Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order.
My question is to the Minister of Economic Development. Does he have targets or milestones to achieve income parity with Australia by 2025?
The Honourable Jerry Bromley.
Speaker, yes.
The Honourable David Parker.
What is the current average weekly gap in income between a New Zealander and an Australian full-time worker?
The Honourable Jerry Bromley.
Mr. Speaker, it is certainly a lot less than it was when Labor were in office. Exactly what it is not something that I'm familiar with.
The Honourable David Parker.
If the Minister does not know the exact amount, can he at least give the House an approximation, given that National campaigned at the last election and gave prominence to its promise to close that very income gap?
The Honourable Jerry Bromley.
Mr. Speaker, I'm more than happy to answer that question if the member likes to write me a question. Simply because it's going to take quite a bit to work out exactly how much that gap is closed by virtue of the tax concessions that New Zealanders will enjoy from the 1st of October.
Point of order, the Honourable Darren
Mr. Speaker, the Minister in his reply invited my colleague to put down a question about the issue he was asking about. The question on notice asks about income parity in Australia.
Order.
He must have looked that up.
Order, I'm on my feet. I think had the member put down that question, exactly that question on the size of the gap, I would have insisted on the Minister providing an answer. But given that the issue was, does the Minister have any targets or milestones, I can't actually insist on him having at his fingertips that specific information. But the public have heard the answers, and the public can make their own judgments about them. The Honourable David Parker.
Does the Minister stand by his answer to my first supplementary that the gap between the income of New Zealand workers and Australian workers has decreased since his government took office?
The Honourable Jerry Bromley.
Mr. Speaker, I believe that's the case. And Mr. Speaker, might I also say that the government has a number of economic objectives that we want to achieve. And the first point I'd make is that we are gradually removing the millstones that the Labor government put around the economy of this country. And ultimately that will mean that this country can afford the sort of wages that New Zealanders would want. Mr. Speaker, I might also say that under this government the economy is moving forward, not back as it was when we took office.
Supplementary.
I believe the opposition, the Labor Party, has utilised its full allocation of supplementary questions, so I apologise to the member. Which brings to a close questions for oral answer today. I call on Government Order of the Day number 1.